Okay, I am Reverend Gololo, pastor in Soweto Middlelands Pentecostal Holiness Church, but currently I'm wearing a cap of being the head of spiritual crime prevention in Gauteng province, and also a member of the faith-based organization in Gauteng, and also the founder and chairperson of Naomi's Widows Forum. And then we are working also in partnership with community safety department in Gauteng.
Thank you, Reverend, for being a part of this interview with Collective Action Magazine. Now, you work with widows, and we've seen a high increase, like a significantly high increase in the abuse of the elderly. What has been, when you're on the ground and working with us, what are some of those causes, and how are we to support as a collective? How are we supposed to collectively help combat this?
This abuse of elderly obviously is rife, for one thing. Most of elderlies are staying with their maybe grandchildren. They have to take care of their grandchildren, and the thing where an elderly plus a grandchild are staying together, these ones tend to be, I can't use the word not delinquent, and then they can do terrible things to the elderlies because of undermining them. And then another thing of elderlies being abused is because of their vulnerability, as sometimes they don't have a way of protecting themselves. So they'll be abused in different ways. People take their finances, people rape them, people beat them up, because many of them are being beaten up maybe by their children or by the people that they stay with. And unfortunately, because these people are taking care of them, it is not easy for them to go out. I mean, like, you can imagine an elderly that is working with help. It depends on these people to help her or him in cooking, in food, in support, protection. So if these people are abusing him or her, there's nothing the elderly can do. So it is up to the communities, we used to have that thing that is called neighborhood watch, to watch over your neighbor, So if my neighbor, knowing that there is an elderly next door, they can keep on checking on them, on what is happening. And also us as faith-based organization, like myself as a pastor, this is what I do in my church. Every week I send message to my church members in the group chat and say, then I'll list the name of the elders and say, may you go and check if they're okay. Then when they come back, they come with reports. Whatever their needs, then we go and help out. So it is up to every sector to do that, But unfortunately, social workers, whatever, they will not know until somebody go and report that. But us that are in contact with the elders, I think we need to be doing that checkup. And if we discover any abuse, we have to report that. So that is what we need to be doing as a faith-based organization and all other sectors. Thank you.
Thank you very much for actually opening the whole conversation of faith-based. We're here at the second presidential summit on gender-based violence, and from what I've observed, we haven't heard much actually from the faith-based sector. Why is that so? I mean, other sectors are very vocal. I mean, you have NGOs very vocal, but the faith-based hasn't been vocal, and even in the pillars, they're not as vocal. Why do you think that? Why do you think they're not as vocal?
Really, from my observation, I think everything went very, very hectic, very fast, and it was not easy for us. I think we take time ourselves to stand up and voice, in public. like for me, I feel when we were in breakaways, we were contributing in terms of what is it that we want to happen. But in public, sometimes speaking in public, it's not our thing. I think so. But we know we have platforms where we we voice our thinking, our opinions. Yeah, I think that's how I felt. I said, you know what, I could have been there, but it was too hectic. For me, it was too hectic. And maybe we have a lot of platforms where we express ourselves, so maybe that was the reason why we couldn't be standing there and
Okay, voicing. I fully
yeah,
understand.
we've got a lot of because for me it was like, okay, do I really need to go there and
Yeah.
say things? And I'm in a leadership role in,
So you have
in
to
my
be
province.
very careful
Yeah,
what you say,
in my
how you
province,
represent.
yeah.
Yes.
So sometimes when you stand there, you end up saying things that
You're representing a lot.
Yeah.
The entire community, the faith-based community.
like I say, if I'm in my province, I have contact with different leaders every day. So I don't see why must I come and stand there and say, because if I want this, I know where to go. Maybe that was the whole thing.
Okay.
But it's not like we're not voicing out on a lot of issues that we need attention.
Okay.
We do have platforms.
Okay. Wonderful.
So I'll be repeating myself if I was going to stand there and say, the widows, da 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 da. We always have those platforms.
Well, this is the biggest platform there is when it comes to gender-based violence. Nothing bigger than this. But I do understand there's time, there's place, there's time and place. Work comes into play when it comes to.
For me, at the same time, I felt like I was very slow because I was literally very slow because people just rush in front and then you realize, okay, the queue is so long. I still felt because we've got a lot of issues that we needed to raise publicly, but
The time didn't allow, the space didn't allow.
yeah, the
That's
queue.
normal.
If we had enough time, like I say, at the breakaways, we need to voice out.
All right.
Unfortunately, we didn't do it in front of the TV and the president.
That's fine. There are many. Hopefully, there are more opportunities that will come. But thank you so much for being a part of this interview. I truly appreciate it. We'll have more conversations around this after the magazine comes out.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Pleasure.
And I also will appreciate more opportunities like this.